Hey, I'm Brian Van.
I'm Max Van.
And today we're going to recap our MotoAmerica season finale at Barber Motorsports Park. Well, we made it the entire season. Never got rained on.
Never got rained on.
Never got rained on. One time. Every time you were on track, what were the track conditions, kid?
Amazing.
They were dry.
Yeah.
I think at Pittsburgh, we had a little...
There's a wet session in the morning.
Yeah, it's sort of wet.
Yeah.
Drying.
It was drying, yeah.
But the whole weekend itself was dry.
Yeah.
It did rain a little bit at Pitt while we were setting up and stuff. Had to deal with that.
That sucked, but...
So when we were heading down to Barber, we looked at the forecast, said it was going to rain every day.
Yeah.
Even the Monday, when it was Van versus Van and we were going to be at the track day and I was going to show them what's up on my GSX-R 1000R, it showed it was going to rain.
Mm-hmm.
What did I tell you? I said, no way, right?
Yeah, no way.
No way it rains this many days in a row. What did it do?
Rain basically every day.
It rained every single day.
Yeah.
It rained on the day that we set up. It rained on Friday. This is the bizarre part.
Yeah.
So Friday, right, we're watching weather, and Jimmy likes to geek out on weather apps, done some aviation stuff. So he's got all these different apps he's looking at. And for our first practice session, he's like, I think it's going to be dry.
Yeah, and it was.
It was dry. You rode good.
The track was, I finished 10th through that session because my tire got destroyed. I don't know, like 4 laps in. A little bit of an excuse, but the session, I say
that was actually a giant excuse.
It was super green though. The track was really green since it rained all night on the first day we were there on Thursday.
Fast guys go fast.
Fast, and I was like 3rd, and then I dropped down to 10th by the end of the session.
You did. So once again, now we're playing the weather game, right? We get the bike in, and we're getting the tire situation sorted out. He's getting himself mentally decompressed, going over the data with Jimmy, and we're just watching the weather. Mm-hmm. And we end up with a dry Q1.
Well, the sun poked out. It was actually really sunny during my session, which was
super
awesome.
Nice, dude.
Which was awesome.
Where'd you qualify?
I qualified 5th. I was 4th. I went from 3rd to 4th for most of the session, and on the last lap, my buddy Joe Lamandry, he ended up passing me by 0.3 of a second.
Damn it!
And I ended up 5th.
Well, if you're gonna getting beat by your buddy stings a little bit less.
Yeah.
So, qualifying in 5th was excellent.
Yeah.
From there, we're looking at the rest of the weekend, and we were hopeful that maybe we would see more breaks in the weather like we did. Well, let me assure you.
There was not.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Consistent rain.
It actually started right after the qualifying. I do all the mechanical work on the bike, so I'm getting the bike ready and, just going through the maintenance stuff that we'd go through to have this ready for Q2 in the morning. As soon as I got that done, it was torrential downpour.
Yeah. It was just dumping constantly.
Just dumping constantly.
It sucked.
And it just never went away.
No.
Your feet are soaked for 5 days. To the point where when you get done at the track, you go back to the air, your feet are just on fire. Well, those of us that are working all day.
My feet were soaked too because I was riding the whole time.
Yeah, but you got to change your boots. And
yeah.
Poor dad's just out there soaked.
Yeah.
Just wet.
Yeah.
We made the best of it. Mm-hmm. That's all that you could do. There were a lot of challenges that weekend, a lot of challenges for the whole team, right? A lot of challenges for the rider.
Yeah.
We go out in Q2 in the morning.
On Saturday.
This is actually pretty funny.
Yeah, and so I went out and I set down amazing sectors, and people this one guy, my friend Ben Gladio's behind me, said I was going pretty quick until 5 seconds later, and a high set of myself to the moon coming out of the last corner on my outlap.
And we're all sitting right there at the wall,
yeah.
right? We're sitting right there at the wall. We're watching. We're like, man, kid looks really good. Second times look really good. Like, cool, man. This is going to be great. And then we see him exiting onto the straightaway. I see my bike go sideways. I see my son shot up in the air. We do have a great picture that we got from it, though.
Yeah,
Thank you to Mr. Brian J. Nelson, because he was standing right there next to us.
Yeah, Lucas, cue the picture.
There it is.
There it is.
That picture has now been included in no less than 30 memes that were made in Max Van's honor by our good friends.
Yeah, from TDJU.
100%. Some were good.
Yeah.
Some were great.
Yeah. And some were okay.
Some were shitty.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them.
Yeah, a lot of them.
So probably the best thing we got from the weekend
Yeah.
was the picture. Was the picture.
True.
Let's talk about the races. So you got literally one incomplete lap of wet practice.
Yeah, I went out in race 1 and I was honestly super nervous.
Let's talk about before you went out in race 1. How were you feeling?
Nervous, that's what I was saying. Before race 1, I was nervous the whole time.
Oh, yeah. We actually sent Mom to the store to get some adult diapers for you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because you were definitely nervous.
Yeah, really nervous.
Is it okay to be nervous?
Yeah, it is. But, I mean, it was just watching the Superbike race right before my race. Like, Matt Skoltz, you crashed. He crashed in a straight line. Literally in a straight line. And slid for 1,400 feet. So, I mean,
and now he's famous for that.
Yeah,
so he should thank everyone
yeah.
for putting on the race and
Yeah.
help make him famous. And he was actually totally safe.
Yeah.
One of the things I want everyone here to know is that when it comes to your safety, I always tell Max, it's your decision to ride. There is no pressure for me to go out there. There's no pressure for me to get a certain finish, is there?
No.
I told you before that race, who makes the choice?
Me.
Right.
Yeah.
I also told you that when there's something that you're afraid of, walking away from it can leave a really big mark, right? And that you need to consider that while making your choice.
So, yeah, going out for race 1, like I said, I was super nervous. My goal was honestly just to finish the race. I didn't care where I ended up. I didn't care if I was in last place. I just wanted to finish the race. I mean, that was it. And I ended up, the race went well. I just kind of stayed in my spot the whole time, and I ended up finishing 6th, and I'll take that. I mean, any day of the week.
6th in a professional national race in the rain when you're wearing an adult diaper is really good. And I was really proud of you, not for your finish. I was proud of you because you're scared of it. And that's 100% okay, dude. It's okay to be scared. But it's not okay to walk away from the things that you're afraid of. The best thing that you did there is you went out and you managed that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You managed the risk that was available. You controlled the motorcycle yourself, right? You brought it back in one piece, right? So you were able to manage your own personal risk. You did a fantastic job.
Yeah. And then Sunday came along.
Yeah.
I went up for warm-up. I think I was 7th, just kind of cruising around. Again, like I said, I think I was like a second and a half off first place that session. Just kind of, like I said, cruising, just getting the feel of it and just riding in the morning. That's what I always do.
You rode good. Yeah, you never really go fast in the morning warm-up on
I never
Sunday,
do. And
which
then
is fine.
Yeah. And then I went out for the race, and the conditions were honestly a lot worse than the day before.
They were.
They were a lot worse. So I think my time was like 2 seconds slower than it was from the previous day.
Everyone's was slower.
Everyone's was a lot slower. I just kept riding, and I finished in 6th again, just, riding my own ride.
That was a better ride.
Yeah.
You had to pass a few dudes to get your 6.
Yeah.
And I would say you got a really good start, and it looked like you on the, through turn 2 and turn 3, you probably just let some people go trying to figure out what's this going to be like.
I did.
And that's okay too, because you have a lot to learn still. You haven't done a lot of wet riding. The wet riding that you did there on Saturday morning, didn't turn out fantastic.
No.
But you raced really good in that race. I would say that 6th place finish was better.
Yeah.
So ultimately, 2 6s, still really solid, dude.
Yeah.
Now here's the ironic part, and this is when you think about young kids, because he just turned 16. He actually turned 16 the day after or two days after?
Yeah, 2 days after.
2 days after. So we stayed to ride with our friends in Sportbike track time on Monday. Of course, it rained in the morning.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I was supposed to ride too, and I didn't. And so we asked him, like, dude, what do you want to do? I'm like, you want to ride? He's like, yeah, I want to ride.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
More rain practice.
So, we got me, Dave, and Jimmy got the bike out. Kid goes out there and right out of the gate runs times that would have put you right at the front on Saturday.
Yeah.
Conditions were identical. If I looked at the conditions, the amount of water on the track, the precipitation that was active, probably identical. The difference between those two is the pressure felt from the event itself. One is, hanging out with your buddies and just riding around, right, having fun.
Yeah.
The other one is, the pressure to get a finish, knowing that there's, coverage, TV coverage, and there's a lot of people watching.
Yeah.
So I think what I took away from that, watching how well you rode in those wet conditions and then the drying conditions, clearly you're a really good rider. you know, you need to learn how to manage that performance anxiety, right? And how to get your mental headspace to a point where, hey man, I'm just having fun, dude.
Yeah.
And almost to where you don't give a shit where you finish.
True.
Because in the end, whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, with motorcycle racing, it's really funny. You try to force stuff, what happens?
Yeah, it's not going to go well.
No, you usually end up picking your bike up. When you try to really force feed something, you usually end up picking it up. You know, it's something that just needs to happen. I thought that was interesting, and it was I think a good way to, you know, kind of put a real tough weekend to bed.
Yeah.
We had to leave early, so we got to do 4 sessions.
Yeah.
You got to do 4 sessions. I got to load a trailer.
Yeah.
And we got to go to
the
Tommy Hilfiger and buy some pants.
Tommy Hilfiger,
So we could go to the banquet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got to attend the MotoAmerica banquet, which is awesome. I got to co-present the trophies for the top 3 Junior Cup guys.
Yeah. Congrats to Gus Rodeo, Ben Galati, and Tyler Scott. They rode great this season.
100%.
No doubt
All
about
3
it.
of those guys did a fantastic job. I butchered Gus's presentation a little bit. He was so excited he didn't seem to notice. So he seemed to be okay with it. Perhaps MotoAmerica could have given me a little more instruction. That is what it is. And in the end, it was very minor infraction. So driving away, we were talking about that too. When, you know, we talked about the banquet, and what was one of the things that you said?
It kind of hurt seeing everybody up there. Well, it just sucked because, you know, I mean, I was a racer. Like, I was battling for the wins at a certain point in the season, to the point where I'm not, and I'm stuck in 7th place in the championship, and all the buddies that I've beat and I've raced with are just, you know, up there in the top 3. Just kind of, I don't know, humbles you just a little bit.
This is really hard.
Yeah.
This is really, really hard to get one of those, especially over a whole season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what all 3 of those riders were able to accomplish is actually a really big deal. It's hard to be that consistent. You know, it's hard to perform to that level week in and week out. You know, the team, the rider, the whole 9. You know, and it's okay to feel that way. And, you know, there's next year, which we're getting ready for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting
Get you back out there.
Yeah.
And so what is your goal now? If we look ahead to next year, what are you aiming at?
Top 3 in the championship.
Yeah, that'd be pretty badass.
Yeah.
What's that going to take?
Everything.
Literally everything. That's how difficult this is. One thing I can assure you, regardless of where you end up, we're going to have fun, dude.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun.
Thank you to everyone out there that has supported us throughout the years.
Yeah.
That's what allowed us to take this whole journey as a family.
It was a great season.
You did amazing, dude. I mean, this is a professional national series. You finished 7 in it, and you now have a grand total of 18 race weekends under your belt. No minis, no dirt bikes, 18 road race weekends, 6 with Wira, 12 with MotoAmerica. It's funny how all your race weekends,
Most
you know,
MotoAmerica,
you have double with MotoAmerica. Hats off to MotoAmerica. You guys are doing a great job with the series. We were proud to be a part of it. If I didn't think you were doing a great job, I honestly wouldn't say that. I really think they are doing the right things, putting on some great events. A lot of spectators out there having a lot of fun. A lot of great competition.
Yeah, especially the southern events too. Those are huge. Those are massive.
Man, no, I would say we saw great turnouts everywhere,
At all
dude.
of them, honestly, but I think VAR and Road Atlanta, those are huge too. I mean, Laguna was also.
Road America, I'm sorry, dude. If you look at the numbers,
wow,
it's
Road
massive.
America was big too.
Pit race.
Pit race is pretty big, yeah.
You ran out of posters at pit race.
I did.
Yeah.
Pit race.
Pit race was huge. So great season. Thank you to everyone for all your support.